Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you. It wasn't even a fly, by the way, that was just a bit of dust just floating in the air. So, I welcome all of you back to another Dark Souls 2 OST reaction, and yes, it is literally the first time we've ever had to talk about Dark Souls 2 on this channel in terms of the OSTs. I think the reason for that is because, well, much like the rest of the game, the OSTs is something that's very hit or miss, and for the most part, it's somewhat a miss, unfortunately. But with that being said, the DLC musics that they use are really, really good. And considering that we're still sort of doing this little thing about going back and forth between dragons, we are now going to move on to basically the big bad dragon from Dark Souls 2, Sihn the Slumbering Dragon. The dragon that the people of the Sanctum City all praised and, well, eventually killed because he was so utterly consumed with poison that he couldn't hold it in no more and destroyed an entire civilization. So let's hear what that sounds like, eh? Here we go. If another fly just flew into my closet space, so you know what, it can stay there for all I care. Now, I did, however, want to pause by saying that it is still, as I suspected, it's a running theme throughout a lot of the dragon bosses in the From Software series, that some of the absolute best of them are orchestrative of being of such grand power, but also sort of like both danger, power, but also symbolic of their former glory. That these were the powers that be. These were the things in charge. Maybe not specifically Sihn, but more ancient beings of its kind, if that makes sense. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sihn the Slumbering Dragon boss fight OST. I I'm still actually reeling a little bit from how cool that was. And I think mostly there is pretty much only real one thing I can, because for those who know what it's like to face Sihn, is that he has like a variety of moves in which he can actually fly, and that he can use poison, and he can almost break your weapon, and basically Sihn is almost, I would say it's probably a harder fight than Calamite, because it's still orchestrative of the fact that it's still basically um, it's an entire source of power in itself. The strength in this boss fight is that, remember, is that it's not just fighting this tragic figure, but it's also reminiscent of the fact that you are actually facing almost something uh, more powerful than you could possibly imagine. And part of that's what I feel like the big strength in like Dark Souls 2's boss design actually is that you're not really fighting something you were prepared to fight, and it doesn't fight in the way you think. It subverts some level of expectation, some for lore reasons, some for, well, maybe just for design purposes and all that. And with all that being said and done, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction to Sihn the Slumbering Dragon, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.